Hello, guys. Welcome to this reading. My name is Mira, and this is Age of Aquarius Oracle. Today, I'm doing a pick a card reading. The neighbors paused the construction. I'm not sure if I will be able to finish it, but let's try. Okay, so I prepared 3 piles. Um, this is the, I think, spacious tarot with lapis lazuli, as I learned. How is this pronounced correctly in English? This is the dark put tarot, and this is moss agate. I'm almost sure I I did check it after the last time. I didn't remember, but I guess I'm not 100% sure again. And this is, of course, the Light Seers tarot with how's this called? Aqua Aura is just coated quartz, clear quartz. And the most important thing, the theme of the reading will be determined by this deck. I don't remember how it's called, and don't know where the box is. So, can we get? Okay, this card jumped. Oh, perfect. The endless path. Do you feel stuck in a cycle? What patterns are repeating and what needs to change for a new direction to emerge? I don't know. I feel like I did a reading like that um, recently. How are you stuck or something like that? But why not? It came out. I guess that this is what you need to hear. So choose a pile. And whenever you're ready, I'll see you in your reading. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this lapis lazuli or the spacious deck, then this will be your reading. And we are asking how or where do you feel stuck in a cycle? What patterns are emerging and, are repeating, and what needs to change for the new direction to emerge? All right. I wanted to first couple of oracle cards, and we'll see. And then I will do a spread. And I like to shuffle on camera and draw the cards, but if possible, I will speed it up, or you can skip ahead a couple of seconds if you want. Okay. All right. Anything else? It's a huge deck. All right, I think that's enough. So we have happiness is simple. Find joy in life and small wonders, for they hold the key to fulfillment and contented heart. Where do we put it? Walking unscathed, you are fortunate. Trap was laid out for you, but you were too smart to fall for it. Interesting. And roots of stability. Ground yourself in what nurtures your being, establishing a stable base from which love and career can bloom. Okay. Okay, there was a weird notification on the screen. So, the oracle cards sound more like an advice or, yeah, not really revealing really much. Eight of Wands in reverse. It's pointing towards the roots of stability because Eight of Wands in reverse, that's ungrounded. It's haste and aimless energy. Page of Wands, Seven of Swords, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Challenges, Knight of Swords in reverse. Page of Cups and Six of Pentacles. And supporting energy, Ace of Swords in reverse. Five of Wands and the Empress in reverse. Okay, Seven of Wands on the bottom. Okay, so clarifier deck. Let's I could have. All right. Yes. I didn't feel like going for any of the small decks I have, but let's go for Book of Shadows. It's not technically smaller, but is slimmer. Okay. So the Child of Wands or the Page of Wands. It's a pride. And okay. And clarified by Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So Page of Wands, if this is something that you are, that is in a way a cycle that you're stuck in, this is giving me that you are doing a lot of things for other people. It's in a way, let me help you with that. Let me help you with that. I can do this for you. You do too much for other people. It's like saying you are being probably not always, but at times and too often too assertive. And with the Wheel of Fortune as a clarifier as well, this is holding you back. It's possibly also holding back other people, because this is giving me that you don't sometimes see or trust in other people. Um, and it well may be true that you would do, or you are capable or of doing the task much better, faster, in higher quality than do. But at the same time, if you don't allow them to try and fail and learn, this is holding them back and driving you to burnout. It's, I don't know whether you have been conditioned to be like that, to make sure that everyone is happy. If there is a little bit of codependency in that, trying to avoid difficult situation, painful, trying to avoid people from failing. But it is necessary for us to fail at times, because otherwise we don't learn. We don't discover who we really are and what we are capable of. We can get stuck because of this kind of behavior that you are stuck in. And in a way, you were conditioned, as I said, probably to be like that. Two of Cups, by your family. Sorry, not Two of Cups, Ten of Cups. By your family, yes. And the Nine of Swords, I didn't really talk about this as a burnout, but it's very difficult energy to be in. It's depression. It's have You have so much on your plate, worrying about so many things and so many people. It's driving you crazy. This is sleepless nights. And the supporting energy is the Ace of Swords in reverse. Let's clarify, because this is, yeah, this is basically saying that you need to, and the Empress in reverse again. Mm. This is an internal conflict that needs to happen in you as well. This is for you as well as for the other people to realize what is going on and how is the situation not benefiting them. And I'm not saying that you doing, I know that you are doing it with the best intentions. With the Ace of Swords in reverse and with the Empress in reverse, this is happening, as I'm saying, for you and through you, to wake you up to this awareness that what is going on is not serving anyone, not you and not them. And I assume that this is not the first time that you hearing about it from me, because on some level, you know. This is time to stop avoiding the truth, the conflict, to stop turning a blind eye to the certain situation, to stop pushing through the difficulties, because it's overwhelming you. Empress in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse. There is deep need for self-care. It can suggest also that this is a mother wound with the Empress in reverse. My guess would be that as a child you would have to become responsible for one or both your parents on some level, or siblings. Mm. Okay. Mm. Seven of Swords. Let's clarify Seven of Swords. This is being strategic, which is not a bad thing. It's also about avoiding confrontation. Oh, yeah. By doing things in secret. Well, we have Seven of Cups. Mm-hmm. Yes. So this is again basically, yeah, saying that this you are doing a lot of things that you are not even recognized for or validated for, and you are doing it on the background in order to maintain the status quo. And you are doing it out of love with a Page of Cups. It's it's like your, well, maternal instinct or protection instinct in case you are a man. And yeah, Page of Pentacles clarified by Page of Pentacles. What am I missing then here? Oh, a tiny bit of narcissism, maybe. And sorry if you feel triggered, then, you know, that you have to deal with it. I'm sorry, I'm very direct. It makes you feel good on the inside, at least. You feel good about yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? I didn't mean that. I will be very direct. It's just, yeah, I could have said it a little bit more, with a little bit more diplomacy than I did. But it is like that when we do things for others, when we help others, when we offer help to others, and they allow to help us, we feel good. There are brain chemicals being produced in our brain that make sure of that. That's how we survive uh, as a species on Earth. So it's not like it's something bad, but it's like the only thing that maybe keeps you going. It's like You're doing it out of love. This is what you are telling yourself, that this is your it's like kind of your addiction, or you accepted it as your dharma, but you are neglecting yourself with the Empress in reverse being here twice. The supporting energy is Five of Wands. This is basically coming clear. It is representing a conflicting idea or ideas. Let's clarify. And it's also saying that something needs to change. The ones in that pictures are, okay, this one, black and white. So it's like a radical change. King of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. King of Pentacles is exactly someone who takes care and supports others. It is very warm and trustworthy and caring person or energy, but not at the expense of his own health and happiness. Remember that you have to fill your cup first in order to be able to give to others. Otherwise, you're just draining yourself and you end up exhausted and bitter. And with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, this is about imbalance in that. So this is as a supporting energy. This is coming here and saying that this needs to balance out. This needs to change. It cannot continue like it is right now. Also, it needs to. I'm not sure if this is only talking about you admitting it to yourself, or also discussing it with your surrounding. I'm not sure. Um, Depends on your situation. Take it how it resonates. You must be at least somewhat aware of this. Otherwise, it will be not coming out in this reading. What you might not be aware of is, or maybe what you thought until now, that this is what you are doing is for the highest good of all. But it isn't, because it isn't in your highest good. There is an unacceptable sacrifice in that. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Let's clarify. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, that's enough, I guess. The Fool in reverse and Judgment. So Ace of Pentacles, it's a new beginning, and it's in reverse. So and a Fool in reverse and Judgment. Came out crossing, so I'm not sure if it's upright on reverse, or both, kind of both. So judgment is about self-realization. This is you thinking that there is there isn't anything else, that is what you currently have, your life, that's it. That's the life that you were kind of given. I was getting that with what I was saying with the Dharma. Yeah. I don't know why, but that is how it feels. Mm. And with the Fool in reverse, it's it's lacking the trust that this can change, that you can be different, that your life can be different. It's like maybe waking up for the first time to this understanding. um, Maybe finally stopping doubting yourself, that or again to doubt yourself, the what your ego is telling you, that there is no other way than that, this is it, and the only way is just to endure until you die. Or I don't know why, but this is what I'm getting from it. It's kind of helplessness, or and disbelief in change, or yeah. But people can change, and at any age. And to be honest, the older you get, the more likely it is that you'll come to that kind of awareness, or whether you to call it spiritual awakening, or whether you want to call it metacognition, as neuroscience is calling the ability to observe your thoughts and triggers and behavior from a third person point of view. And I feel like that this is happening to you. You asking yourself these questions about things you do for others, and asking yourself, why am I doing this if I'm not really even being valued, or, well, then people are not grateful, or something like that. And also, at the same time, I'm exhausting myself. Okay. Um, Challenging energy is Six of Pentacles, which is something that I've touched upon during this reading. This is about Nine of Swords yet again. We have quite a lot of repeating cards. I love when that happens. Um, a Six of Swords, right? Six of Pentacles. I'm sorry. It's about generosity. This is the challenge, right? So this is the you again just saying that you are a giver. It's in your nature to be generous to the detriment. You're the type of person that you would work yourself to bones for others, because this is how you were traumatized in your childhood, and this is how you live your life because you don't know any other way. And what I'm getting is that, first of all, yes, you are finally getting to a point of, well, to the tipping point. It's so much stress, depression, I don't know, maybe panic attacks. Um, take it how it resonates. It's becoming so painful that you are reaching this tipping point and the realization that enough, enough is enough. And supporting energy, surprisingly, it's in reverse. I mean, it would be more supporting if it would be upright, but it's how I'm getting is to turn into yourself, to love on yourself, to be selfish, to be. There is a deep need for self-care with the Empress in reverse. Let's clarify if we can get a little bit more information. Was one card, okay, and one card flipped early on. Eight of Pentacles in reverse and Four of Cups. Yes. Eight of Pentacles, that's being overworked. So stop working, or, I mean, apart from what you really have to do, if you have children or pets, then please do feed them. Also feed yourself. And but stop doing all the things that you were doing on top of what you need to do in order to get by. And just relax. Do nothing. Just be for a change. I would bet that whoever this reading is for, this is something you don't ever do. I know people like that just cannot even sit for 5 minutes and do nothing. If they are having coffee with a friend and they are doing it because that friend needs them and they need to talk something out and so on, like everything is in service of others, or it's something that simply needs to be done. And other people love to have people like that around because shit gets done. But at what cost? Hmm. Okay, so time to confront your inner demons, your childhood trauma, and get a little lazy and just be. That's the message. Well, I'm still waiting for the "you're going to be a billionaire" reading. But this is what you needed to hear. I hope that this message brought you healing and clarity. I hope that you felt seen and heard. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, Group 2. If you felt drawn to this Moss Agate or the Darkwood Tarot, then this will be your reading. Okay. I was just going to say, I'm not sure if I should pull one of these oracle cards at the end or at the beginning, but two fell on the floor, so I'm going to take them. Plan wisely. Cultivate success through meticulous research and strategic plotting. Your foresight will unveil new paths and roots of stability. Group 1 had this exact card. Ground yourself in what nurtures your being, establishing a stable base from which love and career can bloom. Okay, Group 1 had 3 cards, so I don't know. Are we getting one more or is this it? Anything else? 2. Excellent. Sculpture of self. Shape the sculpture of self, honoring the perpetual act of forming and expressing identity, and embrace solitude. Reflect deeply for survival. Keep your mind open as answers reveal lessons in the quiet of introspection. Okay. So we are asking, what patterns are repeating and what needs to change? So let's see. Three of Wands in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. And Seven of Wands. Okay. Challenging energy. Hermit. Magician in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. And supporting energy. Ace of Wands. Strength. And the Hanged Man. Two of Pentacles on the bottom. Okay. So in the pre-shuffle, we had this Two of Swords and Three of Swords came out. Now we have a Two of Cups here. And Three of Wands. Okay, so Three of Wands in reverse. Okay, perfect. King of Cups and Queen of Wands in reverse. Three of Wands in reverse. It's about unrealistic expectations. That's what I'm getting, especially with those clarifiers. For a lot of you, this all is about romantic relationships, especially right with Two of Swords, Three of Swords. It came out. Now we have here the Two of Cups in reverse. This is kind of You are in a cycle of perpetual dating of the wrong guy or girl, falling for the wrong person. Let's put it like that. Expecting this wonderful King of Cups, playing with children, painting, getting a Queen of Wands in reverse. Or maybe you are falling into that kind of energy of being and a little bit over reactive, self centered, controlled, freak. The Queen of Wands in reverse is sometimes also about the third person in relationship, to generalize it. Which is, I'm not saying that this is an unrealistic expectations. Do not have this, not at all. But you have unrealistic expectations on you yourself, the other person, and the relationship overall. I'm not sure whether you are aware of what is your attachment style and whether you are working on of healing it. But if you're not, then it's time. But I'm getting over. I mean, I checked all the cards, so I have the idea. But let's go one by one. And also, I'm sorry. It sounded so patronizing, like I would know everything and would have perfect relationships. I don't. I don't. Okay. Hermit. As a challenging energy, this is about going going in, but as a challenge, it's um being too isolated and withdrawing from society. Strength in reverse. This is being blocked by fear. That's the reason why you are withdrawn, because you have been burned too many times by this Queen of Wands in reverse energy. There's a lot of fire in that card. Nine of Wands in reverse. More fire. And Nine of Wands is putting walls up. It's being overprotective because, again, as I said, you have been burned. As you had expectations and you have been burned every time. It's like you are hoping for a fairy tale, and I'm not saying you're not willing to work for it, but whatever you're meeting, that's not what you're getting. You not at all. So you're pulling back with the Hermit because you're afraid and you need to protect yourself, and no one's blaming you. This whole situation is a little bit unbalanced. Either you go head over heels or you hide home alone or with safe people only, friends. And the supporting energy is Ace of Wands. This is some kind of new idea and inspiration and opportunity for something new. Can we clarify the Ace of Wands? Because it can be literally anything. The devil. Fantastic. Okay. And Seven of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Let me try to understand that. Seven of Swords. It's and the devil. The devil may care. Well, the devil is a pride. So it's like saying that given to a temptation a little, to, I don't know, to plan out something with the Seven of Swords. This is some sort of cunning strategy. I mean, it's can what's on the bottom? Seven of Wands. It's standing up for yourself. It is having courage. Courage to step into the unknown, to take that risk. I mean, here is it's about sweet and food. Like saying to again to live a little. I don't know. Take it how that resonates. Maybe symbolizing different things. Can we get one more clarifier for, let's say, for the devil? Okay. Oh, and this wanted to come out. Death. Oh, fantastic. And also half of the deck is on the floor. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This is about Seven of Pentacles in reverse is saying that giving up too early, not having patience. And that is about transformation. It's rebirth, a newfound awareness, something, a big change, big release, big closure. And this was clarifying the devil. It's like saying there is that at times you were maybe lying to yourself. You gave up too soon on yourself, on other people, perhaps. And with the Seven of Swords in reverse, it's like you have been, and this is supposed to be just a clarifier for the new idea, for the new inspiration. This is saying to have a little bit more trust and patience. Because, right, this whole thread was about unrealistic expectations. It's like if they don't do the right thing right away without me telling something, then that's not the right partner. And I'm not saying you did that, but it's just an example, right? At times it may be that you are not communicating your expectations. It's like they're supposed to know, but no one does without communication. Uh, I hope that makes sense. And there is a way how to learn to communicate what you want without being confrontational. Let's clarify the Two of Cups in reverse. The Fool. Yes. Okay, that's one more on the floor. The High Priestess in reverse. So what is this giving me? Me being so blunt in these readings is not going to. A lot of people won't like it, but then again, that's nothing I can do if people are not ready yet for that kind of self reflection. I was just thinking if this was a reading for me, how would I take it, and if I would be able to listen to it till the end. I would like to hope so. Anyway, regardless, if you're here, you're here. If you're not, there's nothing I can do. Good luck. Anyway, Two of Cups in reverse with the Fool and High Priestess as a clarifier. This is having a little bit immature expectations, or, well, in case of Two of Cups in reverse, on relationships. How there is this harmony, there is mismatch and disconnect because of this well, probably patterns you saw as a child, that how the relationships should work, maybe in your parents or other people around you, and you decided that this is what you want, and you're not realizing that this is something that is not healthy or does not exist. There are some sort of expectations or naivety in that. And with the High Priestess in reverse, it's not paying attention to your intuition. You It can be also about mistrust or hidden agenda like secrets. But what I'm getting more is about not listening to your inner voice, because your intuition has been telling you differently and you've been suppressing it, is what I'm getting. In search for some unrealistic version of a fairy tale that you constructed with a magician in reverse. And again, I'm not judging anyone. This is, let's clarify the magician in reverse. This is something that was imprinted on you, and I hope I'm not telling you this. I'm sure I'm not the first time. But maybe you need to hear it from several sources. Queen of Swords and Two of Pentacles. Maybe you heard it from a therapist, or from a friend. And there is at least a spark of change. But it's difficult. With the magician is a major arcana card, and it's as a challenge. Coming this as a challenge, it's big. It's a huge challenge. There is a lot of deception from your ego. Mm. Uh, Whoever is still here, and let me know how this resonates. And if you are still here, then congratulations for being so self-aware from that kind of situation. The supporting energy is strength, and that is to have the courage and the confidence and the tenacity to overcome this, to have the internal mental strength to be that self-aware, to realize that what you are bringing to the table and what the other person is bringing to the table, and to have an open communication about it, not just a lot of unspoken expectations that the other person will either fulfill or we're done. Okay, let's clarify the strength. And Three of Cups in reverse flew out. This is as a clarifier for the strength. It's like saying to not to take things too seriously. Maybe you were making every a problem out of everything, even things that are not really that big of an issue. also uh, maybe rely on support of a really good friend, a friend that was honest with you, that had the courage to step up and tell you that you are doing something wrong. We don't need echo chambers of people that are constantly telling us how great we are. We need friends who will tell us that you're wrong and what you did was, for example, not okay, and so on. Let me get one more card from the floor. The Lovers in reverse. Okay. Not to give away your power in all of this. And also maybe what I'm getting is to get advice or some feedback from your exes. They are people uniquely positioned. I mean, probably not with every one of them, but think about it. Think about who from your past is smart and enlightened and could give you honest, gentle feedback. What went wrong and who you were close enough, because there is nothing else to lose in this relationship. You can talk with your ex about some things, and if you don't want to, you don't have to see them ever again. But it's maybe having that kind of open feedback session. And I know that might sound strange, but that's what I'm getting. Okay. Seven of Wands. Let's clarify. I mean, Seven of Wands in itself is not a bad card. It's about having boundaries, standing up for yourself. But it's a little bit also choosing a side. I have a Knight of Pentacles. It's like you are a type of a person, and maybe there's also part of the problem that is very uh, resistant to change. With I mean, the Knight of Cups here, it's, yeah, dreaming Knight of Cups. And what I was getting right here, not trusting your intuition, that is echoing here again, because Knight of Cups has a sixth sense. There is authenticity, and there is emotional intelligence, and this is somehow, I mean, there is passion. It's a dreamer, but with the Seven of Wands, hmm, that was what I was getting is like to have a, maybe you have a certain idea or a dream of a relationship that you are trying to get to build, and you are, it is difficult for you to change this pattern or the dream you had and that you are currently unable to get, and you are ignoring your intuition. It is, I mean, it's a night, so it's some sort of movement, but it's just a night, so it's a slow movement, slow progression. There is also kind of a fear of the unknown. I hope that makes sense for someone. As a challenging energy, we have Knight of Swords in reverse. And this is this kind of, I was getting this decisive, right, kind of decisive energy. Either you, the people that are in relationship with you, and that can be romantic and friendship, are going also work, are going to do what you are expecting of them, or you kind of cut them out, or if not cut them out, then you are putting them in a box or labeling them in a way, and that's not changing anytime soon or not easily. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords in reverse. Eight of Wands in reverse. Yes. This is, yeah, not not changing easily. It is, it is somehow also part of your template in general, that you as a person are not changing easily. And also that's why it's maybe so difficult for you. That's why maybe it takes so many, I don't know how many, but it takes some failed relationships in order for you to realize that you may be part of the problem. And again, congratulations to uh, getting to this awareness, because so many people won't ever realize that. And the Hanged Man as a supporting energy, that is just need for reflection, different perspective. And the Seven of Wands again. Yeah, a different way to stand up for yourself, right? Because this is Seven of Wands. Here, as you can see, very different imagery for the same card, and that therefore a different message. Here she's very afraid of the darkness, of the unknown, of whatever. In this card, she is clearly saying, this is what I want, these are my expectations, this is a no-go, and this we can talk about, right? And with the Knight of Wands here as well, this is again clear message. This is dynamic movement. This is give and take. This there is a little bit of risk. There is a little bit of tease. There is a little bit more instinct in the Nine of Wands compared to Nine of Cups or Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah. So reflect on these topics, how you express your expectations, or if you did not express them in the past, and how can you express them in a constructive manner, in a playful way, in order to actually get what you want from any relationship, being it either romantic or otherwise. Okay, I guess that's it. Thank you very much for being here. I hope that this message brought you some clarity and that you felt seen and heard. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to reading. If you felt drawn to this Aqua Aura or the Light Seas Terror, then this will be a reading. The neighbors started drilling meanwhile, right after I finished group 2, so I'm sorry if there is noise. In the previous reading I recorded, I heard that even this microphone is picking that up, and they are 2 stories up for me, so I don't know how bad is it for the direct neighbors. I would probably, I don't know. It's terrible. And I hear it a lot more clearly than the microphone picks it up. So let's hope that it won't be too bad. And also, I think I need to post a warning into the other groups, or in this whole reading is crazy specific. Each group has I don't know how many people. I mean, I set the intention always that the people that need this hearing will be guided to this reading. They need to hear it. But I don't know how many are there. So only take it if it resonates. If after a couple of cards it doesn't feel like your reading, then simply click off. Because with picker cards, it's at least for me, and sorry about the rant, but I feel it's important to say, with picker card readings, we often have a feeling, I do and other people, I guess, as well, that one of the piles is surely for me. That's and maybe it is, but in my experience, when I watch tarot readings, when I have when you subscribe to a tarot reader, then you just click on every video because it's in your feed. Of course it's in your feed, right? You are subscribed. But and sometimes you can find messages in all of them. I mean, in all of the readings, or even in all 3 groups, or how many there are. But sometimes I get a feeling, why am I listening to this? This is totally not my reading. And I mean, if it's for education or entertainment purposes, then by all means, but don't take messages that are not meant for you. And I don't know, I didn't post this kind of warning for just go with it, fell on the floor. For other readings, for other two groups. So I'm very curious about this one. It will be probably extra specific. Just go with it. Embrace spontaneity and trust the journey, remaining open to unexpected twists and turns along the way. Getting advice. Seek advice with an open heart, ready to learn and grow from the wisdom offered by others. And real promise. Release the chains of the past and dance to the rhythm of possibility. Okay, so we are asking, how are you stuck? In what kind of cycle are you stuck? And what patterns are repeating? And what needs to change for a new direction to emerge? That first card better be important. Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups in reverse, and Hierophant. Supporting energy, Temperance, Six of Cups in reverse, Five of Swords. Sorry, this is challenging. This is challenge. Okay, I was just corrected. Thank you. I heard you. Queen of Pentacles as supporting energy, Three of Pentacles in reverse, and Nine of Swords. Okay, and the Sun is overarching energy. That is beautiful. Sun is joy, inspiration, abundance. When we search for abundance and manifestation. Okay. So the cycle you are stuck in. It's I don't know if it's a cycle or a pattern, but what it feels like is and this may be again a pattern you were kind of traumatized into, but it's about being a victim of circumstances and thinking that other people are responsible for your happiness or unhappiness, that it is external versus, oh my god, realizing that it is you who is the creator of your reality, of your life. I mean, yes, it is a consensus reality that we live in. We don't live in a bubble that is isolated from everyone else. That's not what I'm saying, but it's feels like you were giving your power to change your life to others. And you were yeah, externalizing the blame, and that's probably what happened to you with the Six of Cups in reverse being here. I'm not sure now what to do, whether to pause the reading and continue later, or to put up with this noises. I think I'm going to pause because, okay, I'm going to pause. Okay, they stopped drilling. I hope that, okay, they will continue probably. Eight of Swords in reverse came out. Eight of Swords is about, yeah, what I was talking about a little bit of a victim mentality, that you feel like victim of circumstances, that other people are responsible for what is going on in your life, and there it's the fault of economy or whoever, other people or other circumstances, and you being the, if not creator, then at least an executive manager of your life that gives it a strategy and direction. But let's go one by one. Two of Pentacles. That's about the Tower. Interesting. About balancing, about coordination, about being adaptable and in the flow. With the Tower as a clarifier, this is telling me that you don't adapt well to sudden changes. It's what I was getting. I mean, I had a moment to sit with this energy while they were drilling. And what I got was this kind of expectation that everything needs to go correctly on the first click, on the first try. Um, it may be that you are probably a bit younger than I am. Then again, you know how, but younger generation. Let's put it like that, without divulging how old I am. That grew up with that kind of expectation because the apps and the computers and machines do work on the first try, ideally, right? That's what we expect, and it in human interaction and more complex systems do not. And this is telling me that you don't adapt well on negative influences or sudden negative changes. You don't cope well. You are not able to adjust easily, which is part of the problem. With the Five of Cups in reverse, clarified by the King of Cups, this is weighing on you emotionally. This being, yeah, it's getting you very emotional. There is a frustrated energy with this with this Five of Cups in reverse. It's completely overwhelming negative emotions when things go wrong. Also, like a low tolerance on yourself for making mistakes. You are kind of hmm, hmm hard on yourself for making a mistake. And mm, in life, nothing, and in people especially, nothing goes as smoothly, and definitely nothing works the first time we try it, or very, very rarely. We need time. We need to learn. We need to try and pivot and adjust and practice. The way I'm practicing, for example, reading tarot and energy. I know that there is still a long way for me to go, and it was, still is very difficult for me, for example, to give you an example, to do it, because I make mistakes, which is also very difficult for me to then post the video where I know that I misspoke, um, mispronounced, or something else happened. There is no take one, take two, take three in a tarot reading. Everything is take one, right? I can then not post it or post it, but I don't have a script. Everything that I'm saying is, I have to come up with it, real time. And with all the drilling that started again, I don't know what to do, whether to pause it again or keep going. But I'm here, keep going, because then I'm going to have to go. And I would like to finish it before. So yeah, and this is something that it is a courtesy of being a work in progress, or everything being a work in progress and good enough for that stage. It is not something that you received as a child with the Six of Cups in reverse here. But let's clarify the Hierophant, because I don't know, the other groups I were reading like this, and this group I feel like reading it together like that. So let's clarify the Hierophant. Is that it? Okay, I knew there's one more card for the Hierophant. Nine of Swords, Nine of Swords, Nine of Swords. Yes. This is your supporting energy, but it's coming up out here as well. It's an Justice in reverse. As you feel like this is unfair to you, as a Hierophant, being part of the issue is that you are either coming into this awareness or enlightenment that you are creator of your reality, and that is part of the problem, because then you're starting to realize that how are you maybe attracting certain situations and people to your life, but you have to understand that this is all here in order to teach you an important lesson, to get you out of this mentality thinking that your happiness and satisfaction is in the hands of other people and circumstances. That is not within you. And this is a difficult thing to accept and to balance. With the Knight of Swords, this is the need to face your inner demons and your traumas, and it's like you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear this message. You feel again like attacked, that I'm telling you, and also maybe other sources are telling you that um, you are in a way part of the problem, because you want to externalize it, that this is not you, that are other people and circumstances responsible for everything that is going on. But you're here in this reading at some point in your life. So that is good. That is a progress. With the justice in reverse, you find it all, as I said, very unfair. Yeah. It's like asking, what did I do to deserve this? But it's nothing. It's not what we did or didn't do. It's for us to realize that we have a choice and we have a possibility to make different choices in our life. And your overarching energy is sun. This is going for the enlightenment, the manifestation of your dreams. This is a breakthrough for you. All this, you are basically stepping into the power, into your power, and realizing that you can change things by changing your thoughts and your perspective. And that I'm not saying that it means that you will be happy with whatever situation you're in. No, you will have the power to change your situation for you better, to accept what is, accept how you attracted or allowed this to happen, and from this awareness have power how to change that. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm rushing this reading, I guess. So, challenging energy, we have temperance, which is major arcana for basically balance, major arcana for two of pentacles. This is alchemizing this knowledge, but it's difficult for you to accept this duality, to integrate this. Yes, Five of Pentacles. You feel lost and kind of abandoned in this struggle. And the Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. It's yeah, it takes determination. It's not something that can change easily. To integrate this knowledge, to make the necessary changes. Mhm. It is because it is deeply ingrained in you from childhood with the Six of Cups in reverse. This is the unhappy memories. This is the past emotional hurt. This is how you were raised. Maybe you had parents or teachers that were not accepting any failure. Everything had to be right the first time. And nothing was ever their fault. Everything was your fault or someone else's fault. Can we clarify the Six of Cups in reverse? Queen of Cups in reverse and Page of Wands in reverse. So Queen of Cups in reverse, that would be probably a mother wound, overly sensitive and dramatic. Female energy. And the Page of Wands in reverse is that's raging person. That's a really bad temper, really short fused. Mm. What is the challenge for this threat of you being the creator of your reality, at least to the extent that you can, is Five of Swords in reverse, and that is your ego, basically. Death in reverse and Fool, both major arcana. So this is again something that is quite deeply ingrained in you. With the Death in reverse, that is fear of change. It is clinging to the programming, to what do you remember, the patterns that you know. And Fool, it requires a real leap of faith in order to change that, to change your situation, whatever that may be. And remember the oracle cards. We got just go with it and getting advice with an open heart. So whether this reading is the advice that you're getting on there, or you're getting advice also from someone else, ideally a therapist, I think, I mean, we all should be in therapy. Apart from the children being born recently to very spiritual people and very aware people, I think everyone needs therapy. Not everyone can afford it, and there are not enough therapists for everyone, of course. But yeah, it's a challenge to make that leap of faith, and you are very much afraid of the change, and of course, it's not easy to accept that level of responsibility because you never seen it done. Maybe in a movie. And the worst thing is that so often we don't realize that how different upbringing of other people is, because we only see reality through our lens, through our programming. But they have their own very different programming, and the way they view the reality is completely different. And we are not able to see the reality through other person's eyes, not at all. And no matter, I mean, first of all, we rarely get to be that open to speak about things on that level, even to realize that. And second thing is, the words or the language in general is just not good enough to transfer the information. Well, not enough. Okay, let's go through the supporting energies. We have Queen of Pentacles here for that threat of balance. And this is This is basically believing that you are equipped to deal with whatever life throws at you. This is, of course, kind of nurturing energy, practical, prepared, right? It's like saying you can prepare for a certain tower situation. You can have that much foresight to be prepared and to maybe to have some money aside, maybe I don't know, whatever is a problem for you, meal prepping, or to never be overwhelmed by, or not be overwhelmed in a way that is it's emotionally overwhelming you. Just know that there is a solution. There is always a solution. There is a way how to handle things, how to be prepared. And we have Four of Pentacles. Yes, I was talking about meal prepping, right? Um, and she's looking into a pantry, but it's about being stable, secure. It's about building that kind of stability that will give you that feeling of balance. Of yes, life's difficult. There are things happening. But I'm not going to be too much shaken by it, because I'm ready. I'm ready for anything, and I can handle whatever life throws at me. And with the Five of Swords in reverse, hmm, this is like, mm, this is like not being drawn into the conflicts, into again ego giving you, I don't know what exactly this is about. That's why it's very difficult for me to come up with a with an example. But if we would say, if we would stick, for example, to have some money aside, or something like that, that not to get, or not to give in, ego saying that this is a catastrophe, and this will end badly, and um, this will escalate terribly, and it's game over. Things like that. That's again the Five of Swords. This is, yeah, and it was clarified by Major Arcana, right? So it's, this is big for you. The inner voice, which will be probably this Queen of Cups in reverse, internalize in you, is a strong voice. And yeah, and this is maybe how you can silence it. And again, the way how we change is not to suppress, hate, and deny any part of you. You need to learn to love this part of you, in a way, to accept what this part is telling you, to thank it for the suggestions, for bringing up the risks, and then you can sift through the risks and prepare for some of the risk that you feel guided to, or that you feel that this is a smart thing to do, or this is a little thing I can do to be prepared for that and that and that. And yeah, and I mean, we can never be prepared for every little thing that could go wrong, and things always go wrong. But this is about understanding and understanding and changing your perspective. Nothing is going great for everyone. usually isn't. There are always some sort of obstacle, smaller or bigger, but they are. And it's just how life is. It's what is unnatural is the expectation that will everything will go perfectly smooth on first try. I mean, if you go yay, I mean, you just won the lottery, be happy about it, but don't expect that it will go like that every time. It's yeah. All right. Three of Pentacles in reverse for this threat of emotional upset and yeah. Ace of Cups in reverse. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's to saying to embrace that what I was just talking about. Embrace that frustration with things that mm, things are not working perfectly fine, right? From day one or from the first try. It is of Cups in reverse is saying to not to give in to this overwhelm, emotional overwhelm, um, to get used to the idea that it's normal if it's not working. And with the Magician, it's to believe into the power of a manifestation, to be creative, resourceful, again believing in yourself, that to have the self-confidence that whatever life throws at you, and I already said it, I think here once or twice, you are equipped to deal with it. The Magician has everything to his disposal: swords, wands, pentacles, and cups, and magic. And the Nine of Swords. That is as an supporting energy in um, in your, well, I wanted to say in your battle against ego, but we don't want to battle your ego. Your ego is there trying to protect you the way it was programmed to protect you. What you need to do is to reprogram it. Nine of Swords as an supporting energy is telling us to focus on what is going well. That is the need to fight your inner demons. And right, there is so many blackbirds, 8 blackbirds, and the ninth is a light one. To focus on what is going on, not to only see the what is wrong or what is not working, because this feels like that this is what you are focusing on. You are not maybe even noticing the things that are going smoothly, but the moment something isn't going perfectly, it's a problem. You are thrown out emotionally because this is an internal trigger for you, right, from childhood. In that moment, you're a little child being yelled at because something went wrong. And we have Wheel of Fortune in reverse and Ten of Wands in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune here as a clarifier is basically the need to break the cycle. This is not, if you don't, I don't know whether you have children or not, but if you don't break the cycle, you are doomed to repeat it. It's here as kind of warning for you, because this is how it works. Either we break the cycle or we perpetuate it. And this is what ancestral trauma is. Sometimes the way how people traumatize their children shift a little because times are changing and so on, but the type of emotional neglect maybe may look differently. But in the end, it is perpetuating the ancestral trauma. And with the Ten of Wands in reverse, yeah, it's basically saying not to give up, not to give up because what you are trying to do, and remember we have Sun on the bottom, which is excellent. This is you being the cycle breaker, getting out for your own good and good of your children or future children. As I said, you are probably a little bit younger. I don't know whether you have children or not yet. But yeah, focus on what is positive, what is going well. Try noticing that more. And this is how you can break the cycle by focusing on the positive, preparing for the negative stuff, and believing that you have everything you need to deal with life and whatever obstacles life throws at you. Okay. Beautiful reading. It really did flow the way I channeled, despite the drilling. So yeah, thank you for allowing me to read for you and for being here. I hope you felt heard and seen, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye and good luck.